Hi, this is Katie. I want to start this video off by saying I'm not doing this video for pity. I don't want you guys to feel bad for me, nothing like that. It's just me sharing an experience with you. Maybe you can relate. Maybe you feel similar ways sometimes. Maybe you can find comfort in knowing that other people feel the same way you do. I don't want pity. I don't want any of that. Just to start this video off that way. So I was going to record a video today. Like, I had it all planned out. Did my makeup. I got ready. I got in my car to record. And I'm just having such a bad, I guess it's an anxiety attack. I was just texting someone about, like, why don't they have a name for when depression just hits you? And it might only stay for an hour. Like, to me, that's like a depression attack. Like, why isn't that a thing? Because I think that's what this is. I don't really think it's anxiety. I think it's more just my depression just decided to, like, do this and then make me feel like I want to cry when nothing has changed in the past hour or whatever it's been. Nothing has happened. It's a lot of depression's not situational. And I think that people don't understand that. Even anxiety, a lot of it's not situational. Sometimes it is. And then sometimes it can be helped by, like, logical thinking. Like, I was talking to someone I know before and he was stressed about something and it was like, okay, well, let's look at it logically. What's the worst that could happen in this certain scenario? Things like that. And I think if you're stressed about something in particular, things like that could help you. What's the worst that could happen? Will it kill you? You know, like if you're stressed about a job interview, what's the worst that can happen? You're not going to get the job. Maybe you'll embarrass yourself. Maybe you'll throw up on the guy, you know, but like if you think about the worst case scenario and realize that that probably won't happen, that could help de-stress you. But when things like this happen, where it just comes out of nowhere, which I would say is probably maybe like 80% of my anxiety attacks or my depression or my anxiety or whatever, when I feel bad, say about 80% of it is not caused by anything. I'll just wake up really sad, or it'll just come out of nowhere. Or yeah, like I'll be even doing something fun, or I'll just be working, or I'll be busy, and then it'll just literally attack me. That's probably why they call it anxiety attack, because it just attacks you. But again, I don't think it's really anxiety right now. I think it's depression. It's like a depression attack, which now I need to like use that term, I think. But anyway, I didn't want to like super fake it for you guys by making like a silly video today. Like I kind of told myself for this year, for 2018, I was going to be more real on my channel. Like, I want to share more with you guys and tell you more things that I haven't told you before and show you things that I haven't shown you before. And so this is one of them. This is me trying not to cry and just super like, do you guys, when you get like anxiety or depression, you get like in your chest? That's where I get mine. Like it feels like I got like punched, or like that someone punched me but then their fist is still inside my chest, because like they punched me through my chest and then their fist is still there. That's kind of what it feels like for me. Sometimes I get a little almost like I want to throw up or something, and then of course like I just always want to cry. But yeah, I don't know why this is happening. And I feel like for so many people, that's like the worst part, you know? Like, oh, if I just knew why, then I could fix it. Even though that's definitely not 100% true. But like I said before, if you know you're nervous about a job interview, you can do things to lessen that. But there's just, most of the time, I just feel like this and nothing happened. And then therefore, it's harder to stop. And certain things for me, like if I just put TV on or put YouTube on or distract myself with work, certain distractions like that will help me get out of like the attack part of it, but it doesn't help in the long run. It's a band-aid. It's not a cure, you know? And again, this is not me asking for advice. This is not asking me for help. This is not pity. This is just me sharing, because I know a lot of you guys feel the same way. And so I want to say, hey, I'm here with you. I get it. I really, really do get it. And it doesn't mean that you can't live a life you want. It just means it's going to be a little more difficult and you're going to have to do it a different way than most other people. It's definitely possible. Like, I'm here to tell you that you can be so severely sick but still do the things that you want to do in life, or that you feel like God wants you to do in life, or you think that will help you or help other people. It's still possible, but again, might just be more difficult, might take you longer. You might have to do it a different way than everyone else. You might have to figure out your own way to do it, because that's what I'm doing. I didn't start living in my car, start traveling because I saw someone else doing it and I wanted to. I just wanted to do it. And I figured out a way that works for me. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's harder. Sometimes it doesn't make me feel good. But life is all learning and growing and figuring it out kind of on the way. Sometimes you can't plan everything because a lot of things aren't in your control, because then things like this happen. I had my video planned for today. My Friday video this week was going to be a good video. I mean, I'll just do it next week, but I was excited about posting it. I thought it was going to be good. And then it sucks when you think you have to like hide who you are. You know, you guys, like, everybody has to know what that's like, because there's always a time where it's not appropriate to be sad, or it's not appropriate to have an anxiety attack, or you have to just pretend that you're okay to get through something. And that sucks. I have to hide so often. I was out with someone on like last Friday, I think it was, and I was having an anxiety attack and I had to hide it. And then when I told this specific person that I was having an anxiety attack, he kind of got mad at me about it, because we were out with his friends and he's like, oh, I don't really want to be in the middle of this, like in the middle of you having an anxiety attack, being around my friends. And so I left, and it was like, what? Like, it's not like I could help it. It's not like I could control it, but it just kind of sucks for people to not understand, but then also for you to just almost be expected to hide it. That happens a lot. That's kind of like, oh, just suck it up, or we'll deal with it later. Just pretend you're okay now. And it's like, well, what? Like, that just sucks. It just sucks. And so I don't want to be like that on the internet anymore. I don't want to be like, well, I'm having an anxiety attack, but let's just hide it for the next hour while I record, and then I'll just be sad later. I don't think that's helpful, really. If you can help it, then sure, yeah. Don't like let yourself have an anxiety attack if you know how to stop it. But I mean, for most people can't just make them go away. Yeah, I don't really know the point of this video, but I don't feel good. And doesn't that suck too, that like, if you took off work because you had the flu, they'd understand. But if you took off work because you had an anxiety attack, they probably wouldn't understand. Like, that sucks. It's still just all the stigma. You guys know I hate that there's still a stigma around mental illness. But I don't know. I just hope that I don't know. It's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay. I kind of hate when people say it's not going to be like this forever. You'll get better one day. I kind of hate that, because you know what? I might not. And so I'm going to have to learn how to deal with it while I still have it, because there's a really, really, really good chance that I'm going to have it forever. The illnesses that I have are not necessarily curable. Most aren't. And most medicines I'm allergic to, and therapy never helped. And so I don't like when people just kind of say, well, I got better, so you're gonna get better. Or just a very generic, you'll get better. This is just a season. It's not a bad life. It's just a bad day. All that stuff. Like, no, you don't know, because there's a very good chance I will not get better. And so instead of just focusing on how to get better, I think it's also smart and important to focus on how to deal with it. Just how to deal with it while you have it, because it might not go away. And this might be your reality forever, or for a long time, or until tomorrow. Sure, I could just completely randomly get better tomorrow. I know that. But I also could feel like this for the next 70 years or 300 years. I have no idea what technology is going to be like by the time I get old. But it almost seems like they're downplaying it when people say that, you know? And I also hate when people say that, because I've met quite a few sick people who are as sick as I am, some worse. And I met some who are like 75 and they've been sick their whole lives. And so, yeah, go tell them, because yeah, they might get better at 78. They might, but they've also been sick for probably 50, 60 years. And so I think when people say that, it's almost like a slap in the face. Like, oh, you'll be fine. Like, I might not. And so again, it's a lot of coping. It's a lot of learning how to live with what you have, because some things cannot be changed. And I'm not saying give up on getting better or give up on changing, but I think that it's just kind of smart and logical to, while working on getting better and figuring everything out, have just an underlying, not even a plan B, because I think plan Bs distract you from plan As. I don't like plan Bs, but just incorporated in the, I want to get better, I want to figure this out, just having an understanding that you might not get better. And I don't think that's admitting defeat. I really don't. Does that make sense? I don't really know if I'm making sense, but anyway. All right, I'm gonna go. I love you, Jesus loves you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. So I'm holding on.